everybody. This is Rob Johnson with the Pregame Media Network, coming to you from Louisville High School, home of the Leopards, as we have a big-time matchup tonight between the Louisville Leopards and the Walsh Jesuit Warriors. I'm joined on the mic tonight by Paige Folk. What's up, Paige?
Not much. Good evening, everyone.
Little loud in here tonight.
Oh, definitely. Jack and I were talking before we got things rolling here. We could barely hear each other just over the pep band.
Well, the pep band's fired up. The cheerleaders are down there getting us all fired up. And I'll tell you what, by the time everybody rolls in, it'll be a capacity crowd.
Definitely so.
So the Leopards come in at 9-1. They have lots of signature wins on their schedule, and having defeated the likes of South Range, Talmadge, Alliance, and Archbishop Hoban, just to name a few. And they've done it in big fashion, as they went to Florida and even played in a national tournament and won that as well, Paige.
Yeah, I know that the boys are feeling good coming home after that. You know, I believe it's their second, third year in that tournament, and, you know, they've come back each year with a better outcome.
So their only loss of the season this year came against powerhouse St. Ignatius, in which, unfortunately, Braden Gross was coming off of an injury, and Colton Loy, another strong big man, was out as well. The Leopards are led by their version of the Big Three in senior Hayden Nigro, junior Bo Siegfried, and junior Braden Gross. I would put that Big Three up against any in the county and even in the state.
I would definitely agree with that. And, you know, with their height, but also with all of their individual skill, they can all shoot from range. They're all strong under the basket, and they're not afraid to take the ball when they need to.
Absolutely. And the Leopards don't start at the Big Three either. Ashton Marshall is a strong defender and is usually given the job of stopping the other team's leading scorer. And Tadel Jansen gives the Leopards a flexibility, having an extra inside-outside threat, as he's another guy that buys into that team and family concept preached by Coach Siegfried. This team can, if they can stay healthy and continue the team concept, they're poised for a long playoff run. So for the Warriors, they come in at 5 wins, 2 losses. They have a schedule of who's who powerhouse teams in Ohio. Their latest victory came against Cuyahoga Falls, 64-51, which we actually saw them play in the Talmadge Winter Classic. Their only loss of the season, the only losses of the season, came against traditionally strong Gilmore Academy, which they lost by 2, and a 1-loss team in Massillon that actually just fell to Hoover, which they lost by 6. The Warriors are led by Tyler Bell, who could score and score quick. In the victory over the Falls, he went on a personal 14-2 run. And in that stretch, he drained 4 of his 5 3-pointers in the game. He changed it from a 17-18 deficit to a 31-20 halftime lead. Also in the mix for the Warriors are Jesse James and Sean Spicer, who can score when asked upon as well. For the matchup, the two teams have played twice, with both teams each coming away with a victory. The Leopards are averaging 66.6 points per game, and the Warriors are averaging 58.6. So overall, pretty even battle, Paige.
I would definitely say so. I mean, I think we've been looking forward to this game since we've seen it on the roster. A lot of people have. And, you know, now that it's finally here, we're expecting big things from both teams.
Well, we're about a minute and 54 seconds away from the tip-off here. Well, I should say the pregame ceremonies, as they'll do the announcing of the lineups and so forth here. They have a pretty cool pregame ceremony here for the Leopards. Lights go out. They got strobes, disco balls. It's all good. But, well, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. This is the Pregame Media Network.
You're watching Louisville Leopard Athletics.
Hello. Did you know that when you invest in your smile, you're investing back into your Stark County community? Welcome to Thomas Dental. My name's Tanya. I'm Dr. Mike's practice manager. Every day, we're investing back into our community. Here are just a few of our community efforts. Here at Thomas Dental, our mission is bringing smiles back to our community, one smile at a time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Board of Education, Superintendent, Principal, and Athletic Director of Louisville High School extend to each of you a cordial welcome to Louisville High School this evening. Louisville High School and Walsh Jesuit High School are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by high standards of conduct, competition, and relations with member schools. In order to make today's contest as enjoyable as possible, please represent your school and community in a positive and respectful manner. Follow the rules and speak and act responsibly. Show courtesy and respect for your fellow fans, officials, coaches, administrators, all authority figures, and of course, your team and opponents. Let's make today's contest great by remembering to respect the game. Thank you. The officials assigned to this contest have been selected according to the procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. This evening, the officials are Connor Schoenfeld, Scott Phillips, and Todd Huff. And now, to honor America, please stand and join in the singing of our national anthem played by the Louisville High School Pep Band. Let's meet the teams. For our visiting team, the Walsh Jesuit Warriors, tonight's starters are at guard, number 2, Tyler Bell. At forward, number 3, Joe Sitaris. At guard forward, number 4, Jesse James. At forward, number 10, Nick Mitchell. And at forward, number 21, Sean Spicer. Walsh Jesuit is led by their head coach, Joe Wadgett, assistant coaches Joe Bowers and Chet Feldman. And now, for your Louisville Leopards starting lineup. At point guard, a 6-foot junior, number 0, Bo Siegfried. At forward, a 6'6" junior, number 2, Brayden Walsh. At guard, a 6'4" junior, number 10, Tate Aljansen. At guard, a 6'2" junior, number 13, Ashton Marshall. And at guard, a 6'5" senior, number 24, Hayden Nigro.
So there we have it, Paige.
Like you said, quite an intro for these Leopards.
Sure is. Why don't you give us the starting lineups?
Alrighty, starting for Josh Jesuit. Goodness. Is going to be number 2, Tyler Bell. Number 3, Joe Siertars. Number 4, Jesse James. Number 10, Nick Mitchell. Number 21, Sean Spicer. Coming in for the Leopards is going to be number 0, Bo Siegfried. Number 2, Braden Gross. Number 10, Tate Aljansic. Number 13, Ashton Marshall. And number 24, Hayden Nigro.
So jumping the tip will be Braden Gross and Sean Spicer. As here we go. As the Leopards control the tip, Bo Siegfried in the backcourt. He'll walk it a cup across the timeline. He'll go to the right side. He's guarded by Bell. Inside to Gross. Gross is going to back down, loses his footing, and they're going to call him for a travel. He tried to dump it off to Tate Aljansic, but he already got the travel at that point. So here comes Walsh. Inbound to Bell. Bell's going to be picked up in the backcourt by Siegfried. Leopards in a man-to-man. Bell's going to spin, give it off to Spicer. Spicer's going to dribble, dumps it off to Jesse James. He's going to drive down the lane. Shot up, no good. Here comes Marshall. Marshall up to Siegfried. Siegfried going to dribble, pulls, fakes. Thought about that 3, gets it off to Nigro. Nigro guarded by James. Back over to Siegfried. He'll bring it back out top. They'll reset. Siegfried dribbles right over to Nigro. Nigro looks on the right wing. He's going to take. Shot up for 2. It's good. Leopards lead 2-0. 7:07 here first quarter. So here comes Bell, bringing it up the backcourt. He's guarded tightly by Siegfried. Gets it across the center stripe. He's going to get a pick there as they take it down the lane. Blocked by Nigro was Joe Siertars. So Walsh will inbound on the baseline. 6:49 first quarter as Bell will do the honors. He's looking, kicks it out top. He gets it to James. James picked up by Marshall. They switch. Aljansic over in the left wing to Bell to James. James is picked up by Siegfried. We got a mismatch here, but Bo doesn't back down to anybody. Mitchell gets it to Spicer. Nice pass to Siertars. Shot up, and it's no good, and we're going to get a foul. Foul's on Walsh. They call it on Spicer. That's his first foul of the ball game. So the Leopards will get the ball back. Here comes Siegfried with 6:22 first quarter. Siegfried across the timeline. Gets it off to Marshall on the left wing. He's dribbling. He's looking. Gives it back to Siegfried. He's going to drive. Kicks it to Aljansic. Over in the corner to Siegfried. Back out top to Nigro. Nigro's looking. He's going to dribble. Back out over to the Siegfried. Into Marshall. That's Gross. He's going to turn. Shot up. No good. Tapped out. Here comes Bell. Bringing it the other way. Up to James. James is going to pull for 3. It's good. 2-3. Walsh. As the Leopards come back the other way. Siegfried dribbling on the left side. He's going to pull for 3 as well. Bang! Just like that, 5-3 Leopards, 5:31 first quarter. Here comes Bell across the timeline. Al Jancic's guarding him. Gets it over to James. He almost loses it. He's going to give it off to Bell, and we're going to get a travel on Walsh.
Louisville bench is on their feet with that call.
Well, they had a front row seat for it right there, so
Yes,
they were loving that call. So Al Jancic gets it to Siegfried in the backcourt. Gets it across the timeline. Gets it off to Al Jancic. Back over to Siegfried. Siegfried got a nice pass to Gross. Layup is good. 7-3 Leopards, 5:04 first quarter. That's 2 points for Braden Gross. So here comes Bell. Oh, almost tapped away by Bo Siegfried. And we got a battle for the ball, and they're going to call over and back on Walsh. As Bo Siegfried kind of tapped the ball away, Bell tried to tap it to himself and ended up knocking it in the backcourt. So the Leopards will inbound on the side. Siegfried, he's looking, gets it to Nigro. Nigro's looking, back out to Marshall. Marshall to Siegfried. Siegfried looks over to Al Jancic, inside to Gross. Gross back to Siegfried. He's going to dribble over to Nigro, top of the circle. He's going to drive, takes it to the hoop. Layup, good. Nice drive by Aiden Nigro. 9-3 Leopards, 4:29 first quarter. Here comes Bell. He's going to give it off to James. James picked up by Marshall. James is going to dribble. He's going to drive. Backs it back out to Spicer. Spicer taking it down. He's going to turn, fakes, shot. Nice shot by Spicer. That's going to make it 9-5, 4:06 first quarter. As the Leopards coming the other way, over to Nigro on the left wing. He spins. Up top to Gross, over to Siegfried. Siegfried gives off to Al Jancic. Back to Siegfried, inside to Gross. Gross going to back down, and they're going to call a charge on Braden Gross. He kind of threw that elbow and cleared out, so.
Just a little bit.
They'll call that. So here comes Walsh. 3:45 first quarter, 9-5 Leopards. Bell coming up the backcourt, cross the timeline. Gets it over to Sitars, and they throw it out of bounds. So Leopard ball, 3:36 first quarter. Al Jancic to Siegfried. Siegfried walking up the backcourt, across the center stripe. He gives it off to Nigro. Nigro gonna pull for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Walsh. Here comes Bell. He's gonna push the action. He's gonna take. Kicks it back out to Spicer. Spicer fakes. Dribbles back to Bell and throws it out of bounds. Leopard ball. Little miscommunication on that one.
Just a little bit, and that's strong defense from Ashton Marshall.
So here comes Al Jancic. He'll give it off to Siegfried. 3:10 first quarter. 9-5 Leopards. Siegfried into Marshall. Marshall going to take it strong to the hoop. Layup is good. 11-5 Leopards. 3:01 first quarter. Here comes Walsh. Walsh has had their opportunities so far. They just kind of throwing the ball away right now. So here comes James to Spicer. Top of the circle. Spicer gives it off to Bell. Left wing. He's going to dribble. Drive. Stolen by Siegfried. Siegfried's going to push the other way. He's going to give it off to Marshall. Reverse layup is good. 13-5, and Walsh wants a timeout as Coach Wojcik says enough is enough. So with 2:35, Leopards lead 13-5.
Couple substitution coming back from this timeout is going to be number 1, Sam Weber, and number 44, Grant Blasek for Walsh, along with Austin Wade, number 11.
Well, the Leopards bringing in Austin Wade will have another three-point threat on the floor, as Wade is currently their three-point shooting leader, percentage-wise, that is. So Siegfried, Marshall, Gross, Nigro, and Wade. Bell, James, Spicer, Blasik, and Weber. Oh, nice look to Blasik, and we're going to get a foul. So that'll be on Ashton Marshall, his first foul of the ball game. Second on the Leopards. 2:22, first quarter, 13-5 Leopards. First shot is up and good. Second shot, short, rolls in, kind of creeped up the front of the rim and in. So 13-7 Leopards, 2:19 first quarter. Here comes Siegfried across the front court. He'll give it off to Gross. Gross is looking. Back over to Siegfried. 2:06 first quarter. Siegfried gonna pull for three. Bang! What a shot by Bo Siegfried. Nice pick by Braden Gross. 16-7 Leopards, 154. That's 6 points for Bo Siegfried. James dribbles. He's going to get a wide open lane to the layup, and that's good. 16-9 as Coach Siegfried yells out. He was not happy because they basically parted the Red Seas there.
Yeah.
So Siegfried dribbling. He's going to get a drive, turns, shoots, rims off, rebounded by Gross. He loses it, tapped away. Siegfried retrieves it. Over to Marshall for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Gross. He has it go off his foot, still rolling around the floor. BG to Siegfried, to Nigro. He's going to take it strong. And I believe he's going to go to the free throw line. So 16-9 Leopards, 106. Hayden Nigro stepping to the free throw line.
Substitution for the Leopards is going to be number 10, Tate Aljancic.
Shot is up, rims off, no good. Rebounded by Spicer. 17-9 Leopards, 101 left here first quarter. James is dribbling. He's going to give it off to Bell. Bell looks. Double team here. Nigro. Oh, almost stolen by BG into the corner. Shot up for three. Rim no good. Rebounded by James. He's going to take it strong up, and it's good. 17-11. 36 seconds left here first quarter. Strong quarter by the Leopards so far. So Siegfried gonna pull for three again. No good. Rebounded by Spicer. That was a good look by Siegfried.
An inch of room, and he'll take it.
So James takes the shot, no good. Rebounded by Wade. Wade's gonna get it up to Aljancic. 11 seconds, 10 seconds. Gives it off to Siegfried. Siegfried dribbles, drives, kicks, shot, rolls around, no good. And that's how we're gonna end the first quarter. Leopards lead 17-11. We'll be back here in just a few minutes. This is the Straga Media Network. And we're back here at Louisville, home of the Leopards. Pretty good first quarter there.
I would definitely agree with that. As always, Louisville coming out extremely strong defensively. Walsh Jesuit matching first. both teams looking for the net.
So we're getting ready here for the second quarter. If you're watching, chime in. Let us know where you're watching from, where you hail from, and who you're cheering for. We'd love to hear from you. Coming to the floor for Walsh is Bell, James, Blasek, Spicer, and Weber. For the Leopards, it's Siegfried, Marshall, Gross, Nigro, and Aljancic. And Walsh takes it right to the hoop. 17-13, 7:51, second quarter. Siegfried across the timeline over to Marshall on the right wing. Into the corner to Aljancic. Back out to Marshall. To BG. Off to Siegfried. Siegfried gonna dribble, drives, takes to the hoop strong, no good. Rebounded by Bell. Here comes Walsh. Up the floor. Weber to the hoop, layup. Rims and good. 17-15, here comes the Warriors. Siegfried coming up the backcourt, 7:22, second quarter. Siegfried's gonna look, over to Nigro. Nigro to Marshall, back to Nigro. Nigro, cross court to Siegfried, in the corner to Aljancic. Into BG, knocked away, out of bounds by Spicer. Nice defensive play by Spicer for the Warriors. I'll tell you what, they've really kind of made a focus here early to try to get it inside to BG.
I think he's strong offensively and defensively, and he's a great tool to have on the court, and they have no problem utilizing him.
So here's BG going to the hoop strong. Shot is good. It's going to make it 19-15, 6:53. As BG just kind of backed down and Spicer went flopping. So here comes James across the timeline. He's picked up by Marshall. James to the left side. He's going to kick it out to Blasek. He drives, takes it up to the hoop, shot up, no good. Rebounded by Aljancic. Aljancic dribbles off his leg. BG picks it up. Over to Marshall in the corner. Marshall dribbling. Out top to Nigro. Nigro to Aljancic on the left wing. Back out top to BG. He'll pull for three. Rims off, no good. Rebounded by Marshall. They're still going. Picked up by James. Up the floor to Weber. And the layup's good. They're going to have to stop that, as Coach Siegfried says the same thing. Timeout, Leopards. They lead 19-17, but that's the second or third time that Weber's had an easy cherry-pick layup. So I'm sure that Coach is going to say somebody needs to get back when he takes off.
Again, tonight's 50-50 winning ticket number is 8952.
So 19-17 here in the second quarter. Siegfried, Aljancic, Braden Gross, Ashton Marshall, and Hayden Nigro. And if you had played the 50-50, they just announced it. So here comes Siegfried. He'll get it up to Aljancic. Back to Siegfried up top, so Nigro on the right wing. They're going to work it around the top here. Walsh is in a 2-3 zone, into Gross, out to Nigro. He's going to fake. He's going to drive baseline. Dumps it out to Marshall for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Nigro. He's going to lose it, gets it back, and he's going to be fouled. Strong take. Even after losing the ball, he kind of had to retrieve it and somehow get up there. So Nigro going to the free throw line for the second time tonight. Leopards lead 19-17, 5:36. First one, back of the rim. Second one, back of the rim as well, no good, but there's Ashton Marshall, Johnny on the spot. Nigro gonna take it, kick it to Siegfried, to Aljancic for three. No good, bounces around, and they're gonna say it hit the top of the backboard. So, Walsh ball, Warriors will inbound. 5:26, second quarter. as James almost fell out of or inbounds, I should say. So here comes Bell to Sitars. He's guarded by Nigro. Tried to get it to Spicer. Finally gets it in with the mismatch on Siegfried, and Siegfried fouls him. So he'll shoot 2.
Leopard foul is on number 0, goes Siegfried. That's his first. Sean Spicer will be the line for Jesuit.
So set to check in. We've got a no number here, as the first shot is no good.
It's going to be number 11 for Walsh Jesuit. At the moment, we don't have a name for him, but
If you're watching the stream and you have an idea of who this young man is, please let us know, because we don't have him on either roster, JV or varsity. I'm going to guess, based on the fact they have 2 number 10s, it's Noah Silverstein, 5'7" sophomore. Ashton Marshall, cross court. Nigro able to retrieve it there. Back to Nigro. He's going to fake. He's going to pull for 3. Off the rim. Bang! Wow! Ashton Marshall says, thank you. What a slam by Ashton Marshall. He went all the way up to get it.
I don't think it matters what team you're playing for. That was one way to finish.
Absolutely. So 21-18, 4:33, second quarter. Ashton Marshall just woke the crowd up here. Siegfried across the timeline. He's looking over to Nyground. Back to Siegfried. Siegfried directing traffic. Back over to Nigro. Back to Siegfried. Looking. Over to Aljancic. Siegfried. Or excuse me, Nigro. Back to Siegfried. Looking for the mismatch. Back to Marshall. Over to Siegfried. He's going to pull for 3. Off the rim, no good. And we're going to get a foul on Ashton Marshall as the Walsh player went flying. So 3:52. Second quarter, that's the second foul on Ashton Marshall. Leopards come out in a press. They'll pick up Bell. Leopards in a man-to-man. Over to Sitars. Sitars dribbles. Dumps it into Spicer. He's going to back down, shot up. No, yep, it falls. Thought it was going to fall off the rim there, but he got a little English on that one. So 21-20, Leopards. Aljancic to Nigro, into Gross. Gross going to take it strong to the hoop. Layup, too strong. Rebounded Walsh. Walsh gets it up to Bell. Bell's going to pull. Shot, rims off. Rebounded by Braden Gross. Able to, as he was falling, gets to Siegfried. Here comes Siegfried to Aljancic. Back to Siegfried. Siegfried up top to Marshall. Marshall's going to give it off to Siegfried. They're going to swing it around. Over to Nigro, left wing. He looks. He's going to dribble. Splits the defense. Takes strong to the hoop. No good. Rebounded by Spicer. They're going to get it up the floor. Bell pushing to the corner. James. And they're going to call James on the sideline as he stepped out of bounds. Austin Wade checking into the ball game.
Along with number 1, Sam Weber for Walsh Jesuit.
Little confusion as not sure who they were taking off the floor there for a minute. So here comes Siegfried to Nigro on the right side into BG. He's going to give it out to Nigro, back to Marshall, swinging around the front. Marshall back to Siegfried, back up top to Marshall. He's going to give it off to Siegfried, left wing. They're going to swing it back up top. 2:09, second quarter. Here comes Siegfried. He gets this pick. Marshall going to take strong to the hoop, and he's going to be fouled. So Ashton Marshall will go to the free throw line. That foul is on number 4, Jesse James. Two minutes left here in the second quarter. 21-20 Leopards. Ashton Marshall drains the first one. Makes it 22-20. Tell you what, good buzz going on around here.
Definitely so. You know, when Louisville when we get our energy up, I like to think it tends to stay up, especially with our 6th man down bottom right here. But, you know, we like to have fun.
So here comes Bell. He's going to dribble, pulls up for 2. Short. He just has not found his shot tonight so far. Siegfried also playing some strong defense. Here comes Nigro. They get it into Weber. Weber dumps it to James. He's going to drive baseline. Shot. Passes out. Bell. Short again. Sitar spins. Shot. Nice hook shot. And we're all tied up. Coach Siegfried is not happy. He is all kinds of fired up. They are getting way too easy shots is what he's saying there.
I think, you know, moving forward out of this timeout, Louisville's definitely going to have a little bit more movement, I think, offensively and defensively. You know, on the defensive end, I think, like you said before earlier, we're leaving a couple lanes just wide open for some of these players. You know, offensively, we're getting our shots, but quite a few of them just aren't landing.
Yeah, it's one of those nights where the ball just isn't falling. They're getting good looks at the hoop, but just aren't draining them.
Substitution for the Leopards is going to be number 30, junior Avery Andrachik.
So Nigro will inbound to Siegfried as he'll jog it up the backcourt across the timeline. He's looking. Back up top to Siegfried to Andrachik. Andrachik into BG. Kicks it back to Siegfried to Nigro. They're going to swing it back around top. Looking for a hole in that defense. There's Siegfried. Dribbles off the Wade. Back out top to Andrachik. He's going to attack. Kicks it to Siegfried for 3. Off the rim, no good. Here comes James. Gets it up to Sitars. Up to Bell. Layup is good. 24-22, Walsh. Leopards trail. 40 seconds. Siegfried. Over to Nigro. They're going to swing it into the corner to Wade. Back up top to Nigro. Tapped away and almost stolen by Bell. Here comes Al Jancic in for Austin Wade.
As well as number 13, Ashton Marshall.
Following Al Jancic's going to be number 13, Ashton Marshall.
So Bo Siegfried will inbound. He'll get it to BG. He gets it to Marshall to Tate Al Jancic. Over to Nigro. 20 seconds. Leopards probably looking for the last shot here. Siegfried dumps it into BG. BG turns, gives it out to Siegfried. Over to Nigro. 8 seconds. 7 seconds. Nigro gonna dribble to Siegfried. He's gonna drive. Dumps it, knocked away. Here's Sitars to James, and that's how we're gonna end the first half as the Leopards trail 24-22. I'll tell you what, Paige, Leopards need to get a little more energy.
I can definitely agree with that. Like I said earlier, lots of shots just aren't hitting. You know, I think we're going to drive a little bit more coming into the second half. Some of our far-out shooters, just not what we're needing right now.
Yeah, it's not falling for a couple of guys right now. Shooters just need to keep shooting. That'll fall. But I can say that I'm sure the first thing that Coach Siegfried's going to say as they go into the locker room is, guys, we got to tighten up the defense. As there was just too many easy opportunities there.
Especially with Walsh Jesuit having some of these players making such strong and successful, you know, attacks at the hoop tonight. You know, some of them, especially, you know, Tyler Bell, not afraid to go through people if he needs to. One of those people that we've given him lanes, you know, is he coming in with how many points ending in the second half?
Well, Bell.
2 points, but
Yeah. Well,
making that strong drive.
Well, I do have to say, Leopards have done a great job on him tonight. He's typically averaging in the teens, and tonight, so far, he's got 2. Bo Siegfried been guarding him pretty much for the most part, and that's a strong effort so far by Bo. So, well, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here in just a few. This is the Strega Media Network.
You're watching Louisville Leopard Athletics.
Hello. Did you know that when you invest in your smile, you're investing back into your Stark County community? Welcome to Thomas Dental. My name's Tanya. I'm Dr. Mike's practice manager. Every day, we're investing back into our community. Here are just a few of our community efforts. Here at Thomas Dental, our mission is bringing smiles back to our community, one smile at a time.
You're watching Louisville Leopard Athletics.
Cheerleading techniques with Tori. Located at 133 East Main Street, Louisville, Ohio. Call today, 330-573-4580.
You're watching Louisville Leopard Athletics.
Beatty Sports has all of your athletic needs, specializing in corporate, school, and team apparel. In-house custom embroidery and silk screening makes the Beatty Sports tradition of quality and service unbeatable. Go Leopards!
You're watching Louisville Leopard Athletics.
It was the 1947-48 school year, and according to information in the LHS yearbook, the Muir yearbook staff struggled to find descriptions for the Blue Raider, symbol which is what represented Louisville High School. They brainstormed multiple options, looked at various symbols and descriptive words, and created a display of different options for students to examine. It was time to vote on the future mascot. Student voting took place during a 7th period class at Louisville High School, and by a vote of 317 to 177, the leopard was selected. More feared and more intelligent than the lion or tiger. Vicious, graceful, leaps, hard bite, and full of fight. Here we are, 75 years later, a special anniversary year for our district. And in 1948, students at LHS that decided the future of this district would have a leopard mascot, and the community has embraced it.
And this is when the moments turn to memories. And this is when the future gets so clear to see. And this is when tonight becomes a masterpiece. And this is when the moments turn to memories. Memories. Ooh.
And we're back here at Louisville. About 3.5 minutes for the start of the third quarter as the Leopards trail here 22-24. We're not often saying that this season, Paige.
No, I mean, coming in 9-1 into this game, you know, like you said, pregame losing only to St. Ignatius. This is definitely a game that we knew was going to be extremely competitive coming into, you know, having such a strong record. Entering this game, you know, it's always hard to see us trailing by half.
Well, hopefully we see the, as they have done in the past, the Leopards able to flip the switch.
You know, I think Coach Siegfried, you know, not just in timeouts, but especially in the locker room, has a way to getting to these boys that I personally don't think I've seen from many other coaches. I do believe that flip of the switch will be seen, and, you know, I think, you know, a lead will probably be taken.
Well, you'll have that, and you'll see a little bit tighter defense here in the second half as Walsh had a couple walk to the hoop situations there. So I'm sure that will change for the better. So we've got a couple important games coming up.
Yeah, so Walsh Jesuit after this game will be playing Solon next Saturday, which I think will be a great game to watch.
Usually...
You know, great game to be at if we could, but you know, I'm excited to see the outcome of that. And then for our boys here at Louisville, our next game is not until the 13th. We'll be playing Woodridge at Hoover, which again I think will be a great matchup to see.
Well, we also have a big game tomorrow. As the Lady Leopards take on, I believe it's Salem.
I do believe so, yes.
So we have that game next for the Lady Leps, as we've got Brooke Heron chasing history. She's, from what I gather, 27 points away from 1,000. So, and with the way she can put the ball up, she has a really good shot of achieving that. They also are home next week as well. So it'd be nice to see her do that and get it out of the way and start chasing that all-time scoring record.
Yeah, you know, Brooke Heron, you know, knowing her here from Strag, working with both of us, but having played with her, you know, not basketball, but, you know, having played other sports with her, you know, going through this school system with her, it's something that she, more than anything, deserves.
I agree. You know, she's at times, even though she does score the points she does, it's team first. And there's got times when, you know, whether it's Courtney Barwick or, you know, Loy or somebody from the past, that she's not been afraid to give the ball up and get her team the victory.
She's a team player at heart. You know, she is such a great teammate, you know, on and off the court. It's never a question of what she would do for her team. It's a matter of how much, you know, how much she loves her team, which, you know, shouldn't even be a question to begin with.
So here we go as the clock winds down and we're getting ready for the start of the second half. Leopards will get the ball. They're coming back out with Siegfried, Aljancic, Marshall, Gross, and Nigro. Sitars, James, Bell, Spicer, and Mitchell for the Leopards. And we're going to get a foul as Mitchell's going to get a foul. It's his first. So they get it into BG, back to Siegfried. Siegfried, cross court to Marshall, back to Siegfried, into Gross. Oh, they tried to get it to Aljancic, picked away by Bell, up the floor by Sitars. Back to Bell, to Spicer, he'll pull for three. Off the rim, no good, rebounded by Marshall. Here come the Leopards, they're gonna push. Siegfried over to Marshall, he's gonna take down the lane, strong, and he's gonna be fouled. Nice take by Ashton Marshall. 7:25, third quarter. That's the third foul on Spicer. So Marshall will shoot 2. First shot, back of the rim, no good. That's something else the Leopards have kind of been so-so tonight, is at the free throw line. Second one, up, rims around, and falls in. So 24-23, Walsh. Here comes Bell coming the other way. He's cut off by Siegfried. Double teamed over to Spicer. To James for 3, no good. And we're gonna get a foul. I believe it's on Mitchell, and if it is, that's his 4th foul. Or no. No, that was on Mitchell, but they must have put the wrong amount of fouls up earlier, because I thought he had 3 earlier, but he has 2. So here comes Weber into the ball game. So Siegfried to Aljancic, over to Nigro on the right wing, inside to BG. He's going to back down, takes strong to the hoop. Layup is good. 25-24 Leopards, 6:55 third quarter. Bell dribbles left side. He's picked up by Siegfried. Leopards in a man-to-man. He'll dribble, comes across the court, gets it out to Weber. Weber picked up by Nigro. He's going to drive, spins, shot, short, rebounded by Nigro. Up the floor to BG. BG's going to push. He's going to look, off to Nigro. Nigro to Siegfried. Nope, he kicks it over to Marshall. Now to Siegfried. Into Aljancic, and it's just past him. Little miscommunication, and out of bounds. So here comes Walsh, 6:18. 25-24, Leopards lead, and we're going to get a foul on, I believe they're going to call that on Nigro. Yep. That'll be Hayden's first foul of the ball game. It's definitely warm in here tonight, Paige.
You know, little warm, middle of winter. Just means we got a crowd.
Absolutely. So here comes Bell. He's guarded tightly by Siegfried. He'll spin, gives it off to Sitars. Sitars, he dribbles, drives, takes it down the lane to the hoop, and he's going to be fouled by Hayden Nigro, and the bucket's good. So that's going to make it 26-25. That's 4 points for Sitars. That's the second foul on Hayden Nigro. So with 6:02, Sitars will try to complete the three-point play. Shot up, rims around, goes in. 27-25, Walsh. Siegfried, he'll dribble. Over to Nigro, he's gonna pull for 3. Bang! Just like that, there's the Leopards, 28-27, 5:49. That's 8 for Nigro. Bell coming up the right side, gets it to Sitars. Sitars dumps it inside to Spicer. Turns, shot, no good. Rebounded by Gross. Gross is gonna back up, wait for his teammates. Here's Siegfried. Siegfried into Aljancic, shot short. Rebounded by Gross. He's gonna take it strong. Layup's good. 30-27, that's 10 points for Braden Gross. 5:16 third quarter. That was a strong take by Braden.
Yeah. He saw it, and he know that we needed it.
So Walsh is going to take a timeout because I believe they're seeing that we're starting to feed BG a little bit, and they want to try to change a little bit of that. But, yeah, you don't want to get Gross going because once he gets rolling, it's over. This team, that just makes that outside shooters a little more open and a little more dangerous. 30-27, Leopards. Third quarter. Coming back to the floor, we've got the mysterious number 11 for Walsh, Weber, Sitars, Bell, and James. For the Leopards, we've got Marshall, Nigro, Siegfried, Gross, and Aljancic. So James will inbound. He gives it off to Bell. He's going to turn. Gets it off to Weber. Weber tried to get it to James. Almost threw it away. Over to Bell. He's going to drive. Takes it to the hoop. Strong. Shot no good. Rebounded by Marshall. Here come the Leopards. Leopards coming the other way. They'll get it over to, they tried to get it to Siegfried, and BG kind of stepped in the way. Fortunately for the Leopards, he was able to get it back. So they'll get it to Aljancic on the left wing, inside to Marshall. Nice reverse layup. That was a really nice play as Marshall was able to use the reverse layup to protect the ball. And Weber comes back the other way. 32-29, Leopards lead, 4:18. Nigro, left wing, into Gross. He looks, turns and faces. Kicks it out to Nigro. He's going to lose it. Gets it back. Tried to throw it off James, and it kind of just bounced off his shorts. So here comes James. He's going to kick it top to Bell. He'll pull for three. Rebounded by Nigro. Here come the Leopards. Nigro across the center stripe. He's going to give it over to Siegfried on the right side into BG. BG going to back down, turns strong to the hoop. No good. Rebounded by Walsh. As Sitar is able to pull it down and get it out to Bell. So Bell coming across the timeline. He's going to dribble, drives, kicks it off to 11, and he's going to travel. So with 3:26, Leopards will bring it the other way. Siegfried up the backcourt, across the timeline, over to Aljancic on the right wing. He looks, dumps it down into BG. He's going to dribble, backs down, spins, turns, gets it out to Siegfried. Over to Nigro, left wing. He's going to drive, takes it, and he's going to be fouled. Out of bounds. They're going to call that on Jesse James. It's his second foul of the game. If you're watching, give us a shout. Let us know where you're watching from, where you hail from, who you're cheering from. This is the Straga Media Network. So both Siegfried to inbound, and it's going to be kicked off of, I believe that was Bell. Caught a cheerleader. Not sure if she got hurt or if it just scared the crap out of her.
I believe that's Ella DiMarzio down there.
So Siegfried gets it knocked away. They get it up for Bell. He's going to the hoop. Layup is good. 32-31. Here comes Walsh. 2:50, third quarter. Siegfried, he'll dribble up top. He's guarded by Bell. He gets it off to Aljancic. Aljancic over to Nigro. Nigro dribbles. He's going to pull for three. Bang! 35-31 Leopards. 2:27 third quarter. That's 11 for Nigro. As Bell will come across the center stripe. Bell to Weber. Weber to James. He's going to drive, fakes, kicks it out to Weber. Weber down the lane to the hoop. Layup is good. I don't know what it is about Weber, but he just seems to find that lane and just slices and dices right down it. So here comes Siegfried. He's going to shoot. Nice shot by Bo. That's 37-33. 1:53 third quarter. They get it into Bell. Bell's going to be double teamed in the backcourt. He tries to get around the edge, throws it up the court, gets it to 11. Back to Bell. Bell to Sitars. He'll pull for three. Short, rolls around, no good. Rebounded by BG. Here comes Braden Gross up to Marshall. Marshall going to take strong to the hoop. He's going to be fouled. So Ashton Marshall will go to the free throw line with 1:28 left third quarter. Don't forget, following the ball game, we will have our Carrabba's Player of the Game. Shot up is good, 38-33.
Substitutions are going to be number 11, Austin Wade, along with number 1, Sean Spicer.
Second shot, back of the rim, no good. And they're going to get BG for over the back. That'll be his second foul of the ball game. Third for the Leopards this quarter. 126, 38-33. Leopards lead. Bell to 11, back to Bell. He's going to drive. Kicks it back to 11, back to Bell. He's going to drive down the lane, pulls for 2. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Nigro. He's going to bring it up the other end, gives it off to Siegfried. Siegfried fakes to BG, spins, back out top to Siegfried. Siegfried off to Nigro. Nigro looking. He gets it back out to Siegfried, they'll reset. Siegfried to Nigro, to Marshall, back to Siegfried. He's going to take, drives to the hoop, and he's going to be fouled. I believe they called that on Jesse James, number 4. That is his third, with 44.5 seconds left here in the third quarter. One of those quarters. So Nigro will shoot 2. First one, off the front of the rim. And Coach Siegfried just slapping his hands together. He is not happy about the free throw line tonight.
Substitution for the Leopards is going to be number 30, Avery Andrachik.
Second shot, off the rim again. Got to make those free throws. Here comes Bell, 40.6 seconds left. He'll walk it up the backcourt. 38-33 Leopards. They get it over to Spicer on the right wing. He's guarded by Wade. He's going to back down, takes Wade to the hoop. Shot up is good. 38-35 Leopards, 19 seconds left. Close Siegfried. He's dribbling, he's looking. Gets it to Marshall. Marshall turns, spins, gets it back out top to Siegfried. Siegfried, he'll dribble. He gets it off to Marshall. Marshall gonna pull for 3, short. And that's how we're gonna end the third quarter. 38-35, Leopards lead. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back after this.
Cheerleading techniques with Tori. Located at 133 East Main Street, Louisville, Ohio. Call today, 330-573-4580.
Beatty Sports has all of your athletic needs, specializing in corporate, school, and team apparel. In-house custom embroidery and silk screening makes the Beatty Sports tradition of quality and service unbeatable. Go Leopards!
So Susan Glazier chimed in from Bolivar. She said, I love our community and love the Leps too. Did we get an update on that?
I believe we did. Trustee Jared Heller commenting on the video. Number 11 is going to be Cole Kaczynski.
Well, we want to thank Jared Heller. As usual, he's Johnny on the spot. In case you don't know and you're under a rock or in a hole somewhere, Jared Heller is our man with Leopard Nation, and without him, we couldn't do half of what we do, and you would not hear about the Leopards like ever. So here comes Walsh, they'll inbound. They get it to Bell, he'll come across the center stripe, off to Spicer. Spicer looks, he'll dribble to the right. They're gonna give it off to Kaczynski. Nope, he keeps it. Spicer to James. I kind of anticipated that pass. So Bell to Weber. Weber to James. James cross court to Bell. He's guarded by Nigro. 7:28, fourth quarter. Bell's looking. He picked up his dribble. He has to give off to Spicer. Spicer gonna drive to the hoop. Strong, and one. So that's gonna make it 38-37 with Spicer going to the free throw line, hoping to tie this ball game up. Nice drive by Spicer. He got Nigro in the air, and so that's the third foul on Nigro. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Aljancic. 7:14, fourth quarter. Siegfried's gonna look. Gets it over to Nigro. Back up top to Siegfried. Over to the left wing to Aljancic. Cross court to Nigro. Wide open for three. Bang! Just when you need it. There he is, Hayden Nigro. 41-37. That's 14 for Hayden. 6:49. James is going to dribble to the right. Picked up by Aljancic. Back out to Spicer. Spicer's going to pull for deep three. Rebounded by Walsh. And it's taken away by BG, and here it comes. Bam! And we're going to get a technical for hanging on the rim. Whoa. Coach Siegfried says no way. Wow. You know, that's the second time that's happened to him, and that is just insane. I think the refs are going to try to straighten this out. I cannot believe they called that a technical foul.
No, I'm going to be honest. At first, I thought he stayed on to avoid one of Walsh's players.
Well, yeah, the player was underneath him.
If he would have let go, he might have landed right on top of him.
I mean, come on. I know the guys next door to us, they're saying the same thing on the air over here. Our good buddy Sam Berkwin's on the call for iHeartRadio, and he waved his hands and was like, you gotta be kidding me. So Bell misses the first one, 43-37, and Coach Siegfried is livid as the crowd here gets nuts. Second one is good, 43-38, 6:31. So Walsh will get the ball back here, 43-38. BG with 12, Nigro with 14. Leopards come out in a man-to-man press. They're going to pick Bell up in the backcourt. He'll come across the timeline. They'll get it to Weber. Weber looks, dribbles, drives, kicks it. He's trying to find somebody, gets it to James. James looking to drive, spins, kicks it off the Bell, stolen by Siegfried. Siegfried coming the other way. He'll walk it across the timeline. 6:02, fourth quarter. Nigro over to BG. BG back to Nigro. He's looking over to Siegfried. Here comes Walsh coming out to guard him. 5:40 here, fourth quarter. Siegfried gonna dribble. He gets it inside to BG, and he's gonna be fouled. Did you see that? BG kind of went up, let him know I could have thrown it home, but I'll just drop it in. So that's the first foul on Kaczynski, and the first foul on Walsh, as Sitars will check in. Sorry about that. Kind of cut you off at the pass. 5:34. Okay, and we've got Renee Eckenrode says that's Quinn McKiernan for Walsh. So thank you. Here comes Bell. He's going to fake off to James, back to Bell. He's going to be double teamed. Looking, gets it off to Weber. Weber looking off to Spicer. Spicer turns, pulls back, fade away, no good. Rebounded Sitars, out to Bell. He'll pull for three. Off the rim, no good, and out of bounds. 5:01, fourth quarter.
substitution for Walsh is going to be number 10, Nick Mitchell.
So 43-38 here, fourth quarter, 5:01. Louisville leads. Siegfried dribbling up top. He's going to fake. Pulls it back over to BG. BG looks. Spicer kind of jumping in. Gets it to Nigro. Nigro to the corner to Aljancic. Back up top to Gross. Gross gonna dribble. Takes it down the lane. Dumps it off to Marshall. Marshall back up top to Siegfried. Has it tapped away. He goes back and retrieves it. And we're gonna get timeout by Coach Siegfried. Smart timeout. Kind of got a little bit out of their offense there. So 43-38. Tell you what, it's every bit of the battle we thought it would be, Paige.
You know, like you said, it's such a competitive game tonight. You know, noise from both sides. It's definitely one to be at, one that I was glad to be able to make it to. You know, the improvement that we've seen from both teams, you know, from the first quarter, especially coming in after half. A little bit tighter on the defense, I think, for both teams. Louisville kind of finding their shot, landing a little bit more than it was earlier in the game. But like I said, it's such a great game to be at tonight.
So just a few seconds left here as Louisville will come out of the timeout. Siegfried, Nigro, Marshall, Gross, and Aljancic. Looks like it's going to be James, Mitchell, Spicer, Sitars, and Weber as Bell will sit down. Bell's kind of struggled from the field tonight. He only has 5 points. So Nigro over to BG. BG back over to Nigro. Nigro has it knocked away. He'll get it back. Splits the defense. He's going to drive, and he's going to get called for a travel. And we've got an injury here as James trying to walk it off as he rolled it. 43-38, 4:10, and it looks like James able to walk it off a little bit here. So Bell across the timeline. He's guarded by Siegfried. They're on the right wing. 3:58, fourth quarter. Bell to Sitars. Sitars swings it over to James. He'll drive, backs it back out, pulls for three. It's long, no good. Rebounded by Nigro. Here comes Siegfried. Siegfried across the stripe. Gets it off to Marshall. Marshall off to BG. Strong to the hoop, and he's going to be fouled. Nice take by BG.
One of many tonight. Hopefully able to find a few more in these last 3 minutes.
Well, and I'll tell you what, it seems like every time he's gone to the hoop, they've fouled him.
I mean, I think they've known just from the beginning of this game just what a powerhouse he is for this team. He's definitely one to keep an eye on.
So first shot is good, 44-38, Leopards. That's 13 for Gross. Second one, back of the rim, no good. Pinballs around. Nice job by Tate Aljancic. What a hustle there to go out and get that ball. Siegfried to Aljancic. Aljancic gets it to BG. BG gonna pull it back out, up top to Marshall, over to Nigro. Nigro gonna dribble. He's gonna take. Strong to the hoop. Layup is good and one. Nice drive by Hayden Nigro. He has 16 and he'll go to the free throw line. Nice take by Hayden. So that's the third one on Sitars. Shot up. Rims off, no good. Bodies flying everywhere. Here comes Bell coming up the floor the other way. Gives it off to Spicer. Back up top to Bell. He fakes. He dribbles. He's looking for an opening. Gets it off to Sitars. Almost threw it away there. Gets it, taps away to Spicer. Back to Spicer. Drives, spins. Shot up is good. Nice take by Spicer. And we've got a timeout by Walsh. 46-40 with 2:50 left here. That's 13 for Spicer, as he's had a pretty good game. So Walsh takes a full timeout, so we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back here in just a few minutes. This is the Strega Media Network.
You like spending time with your family, but have you planned for when that is not possible? Guiley & Guiley provide affordable estate planning protecting you and your family. Our experience is your solution. Guiley & Guiley.
And we're back here at Louisville. 46-40, fourth quarter. In the next 2:50, what do you think we're going to see from the Leopards?
You know, just before that timeout, you could see that, I think, a bit of that switch that you talked about earlier. Their defense was, I think, just a tad bit more solid and a lot quicker than we'd seen before. You know, I think with these last 2 minutes, 50 seconds in this close of a game, you know, they're knowing what it means to win this game, what it takes to keep the lead. And, you know, it's all about what you want out of it. You know, we can't do anything about it. Coach can't do anything from the sideline. It's all about what they want out of this game and how they're going to keep it.
Well, and I'll tell you what, you saw the hustle out of guys like Tate Aljancic as he busted his tail to get over the corner and get that rebound. As we have a foul on the floor here. That foul is on Bell, hits his first. So the Leopards will inbound. They look, gets it to the backcourt to Marshall. Marshall going to give it back to Aljancic, 2:37. Aljancic across the timeline. He's looking, dribbling. He's going to be double teamed into BG to Marshall to the hole. Layup is good. 48-40 Leopards. 2:23. That's 11 for Marshall. They get it into Spicer. He turns, fakes. Shot is good. 48-42, 2:12. Fourth quarter. Aljancic to Marshall. Back to Aljancic. Walsh in a full court press. They get it to Siegfried. He's up the floor to Nigro. Reverse layup is good. Nice take by Nigro. He has 18. 50-42 Leopards. Here comes Spicer. He's going to pull for downtown. Rebounded by BG. He's looking, trying to get some help here. They get it to Siegfried. Siegfried coming the other way. Comes across the timeline. Gets it to the corner to Nigro. He's going to drive baseline. Takes the hoop and one. 20 points for Hayden Nigro. And he's going to go to the free throw line as the Leopards lead 52-42. You called it. There's that switch, Paige. 1:35. Leopards smell blood, hoping to finish this off right here.
Re-entering the game for Walsh is going to be number 4, Jesse James.
What a ball game by Hayden Nigro tonight.
It definitely has been. You know, he's had his faults and he knows it. But, you know, like you said, the recovery that Tate Aljancic made earlier, he has made time and time again tonight.
So here comes James. He's going to shoot 2, rims out, and we're going to have a fall. I think they're going to say Nigro grabbed onto Spicer as he was falling. So that'll be 4 for Nigro with 1:26. Nigro's got to be careful here. Spicer going to turn, takes strong to the hoop, no good. Nice defense by Aljancic, and it's out of bounds off of James. Leopard ball with 1:18. Nice defense. So Aljancic's looking. Gets it into Marshall. He's going to give it back to Aljancic. Up to BG. BG up the floor to Siegfried. Siegfried to Marshall. Back out to Aljancic. Over to Siegfried. Into BG. Back to Aljancic. Aljancic over to Siegfried. Siegfried going to be grabbed, and he's going to be fouled. Bo Siegfried looking to go. Or no, there's only 3 fouls. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, Bo Siegfried. Leopards are in the bonus. That's 5 fouls. So 52-42, 1 minute left here.
You know, I gotta say my heart is racing with this minute left on the clock. Just seeing what else our boys can do with this ball before the game
Nice
finishes.
shot. Bo Siegfried with ice in his veins drains the first one. Second shot, also good. That's 10 points for Bo Siegfried. 4 Leopards in double figures, 58 seconds, 54-42. Blocked by the Leopards. I couldn't tell if that was Siegfried or
I believe that was Aljancic.
So I'll tell you what, Aljancic may not have any points on the scoreboard, but he's had one heck of a ball game tonight on defense, rebounding, and just absolute hustle. So that's 5 fouls on James, so he is going to have an early exit this evening. So 46.4 left in this ball game. Hayden Nigro going to the free throw line. He has 20. First shot, rims off and no good. Second one, round the rim and good. 55-42, 44.6 seconds left. Bell gives it off to James. He's going to drive, and I thought James fouled out.
I believe they're saying you only had 4.
Yeah. Unless that was Sitar's that fouled out, because I know he had several as well, and the ball no good. Out to Bell. He's dribbling 34 seconds to Weber. Spins, takes to the hoop. Shot up and good. And that's going to be a timeout. 55-44 with 28.5 seconds left. Tell you what, Leopards really strong down the stretch here, Paige.
You know, I think they could have heard me. I think they did, but they've taken what they could out of this last 2 minutes and 50 seconds and did with it what they needed to.
Well, and I'll tell you what, the Leopards as a team played strong defense. You know, guys like Aljancic stepped up, Siegfried stepped up, but it was something with Hayden Nigro tonight. He just kind of put him on his back there down the stretch and said, here, guys, I got you, let's go. And kind of started it off, and they just kind of finished as a team.
You know, being the senior on the team this year, you know, I think he kind of feels that responsibility. You know, it's his job to help this team do what they can.
Not sure what the holdup is here, but Aljancic will inbound. 28.5 seconds left. They are looking, get to BG, back over to Aljancic. Aljancic back to BG. He looks up the floor, and he's going to be fouled by Bell. So BG will go to the free throw line with 21.9 seconds left. as that's the third one on Bell. I'll tell you what, I don't think James is right. He's still hobbling around out there for Walsh. Shot up is a swish right down the net for Braden Gross. He has 14. Second one, rims out, no good. 56-44, 20 seconds left here. Bell gonna dribble, looking for an opening. Here's James, gonna dish it out to Weber, and he throws it away as Marshall will just dribble it out here with 9 seconds left. 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's gonna be the buzzer as the Leopards again with another signature victory. What a ball game as the Leopards are victorious here, 56-44. I can't say enough about how this team played. I'll tell you what, I want to give a shout out to the entire Leopard team here. You don't win one like this as a single man. You win as a unit, and they came out and did that tonight, both offensively and defensively, as you had 4 Leopards in double figures tonight. As the Leopards were led in scoring tonight by Hayden Nigro with 21. Braden Gross with 14, Ashton Marshall with 11, and Bo Siegfried with 10. For the Warriors, Spicer with 15, Weber with 10, James with 7, Bell with 5. So Leopards really played a strong game there. And I'll tell you what, they just turned up a notch there late in the fourth quarter to get that victory. I want to give a shout out to my man, Tyler Burke, getting the film on for the guys. Big Jack Horn on the production for us tonight. He's been doing his thing, as always, does a great job. Hope Johnson down on the floor doing some stuff for us. And we're waiting on Paige Folk with our Carrabba's player of the game as the pep band kind of files out, along with this capacity crowd tonight. As Leopards knocking off the who's who of high school basketball right now, hoping to keep this rolling, make a long playoff run. Looks like I see a former Leopard alum, Maddie, down there. I see John and Mac out Jancic, Bob Burek. Saw Eric Maddie earlier, another Leopard basketball superstar. There's Bob Bolden, former Leopard great, Walsh great, and OU basketball coach. That's Ohio University, for those of you that don't know. The who's who of Leopard basketball tonight. As we had a great time tonight, guys. If you weren't here, you missed out, because this was a great game. Leopards able to kind of pull away at the end. They were able to shut down Tyler Bell. Held him to 5 points tonight. But Spicer stepped up for the Warriors. We're still waiting on Paige Folk for her. She'll be here shortly with the Carrabba's player of the game. By the way, if you don't have anything going on tomorrow afternoon, we've got a big game here at Louisville again, as the Lady Leopards will take on Salem. tip-off is at 1:30 for the varsity. I believe JV is at noon. And you got to be here cheering her on as Brooke Herron is chasing history. She's looking to get that 1,000th point. She's 27 away, folks. She just needs 27. Once she gets there, then she'll be chasing the all-time leading scorer. So we wish her well tomorrow. But as we talked about earlier, she is a team first gal, so she'll do what they need to do to win, whether it's scoring or giving it off to her friends. Again, the Leopards victorious tonight, 56-44 over Walsh. Leopards kind of started off, they controlled the first quarter, but then Walsh came back and got themselves back in the game and took over and took the lead there in the second half. They went to halftime with a 2-point lead. Then the Leopards came back out, kind of found their shot, got their defense back in check after a nice chat, I'm sure, with Coach Siegfried. And then they took it to the Walsh Warriors as they kind of controlled it from there on out. Walsh kind of made it close a few different times, and then Hayden Nigro kind of grabbed the bull by the horns and said, let's go, guys, let's get this done. And led the Leopards to victory tonight. Again, he finished with 21. Braden Gross with 14. Ashton Marshall with 11. And Bo Siegfried with 10. Again, we're just waiting on our Carrabba's player of the game. If you're watching, give us a holler. Let us know where you're hailing from, where you're watching from, who you were cheering for, and or maybe a shout out for the Leopards, as we like to hear from you. While we're waiting, I want to thank some of those out there that give us the hand. I want to thank John Taggart for the graphics he provided us tonight. I want to thank my man Jared Heller, always keeping us in check. Without him and his awesome knowledge, we couldn't bring you half the information we do. I want to thank the Leopard Athletic Department for allowing us to do these games. We love doing them, and we're always looking for hands to help. So if you're interested, give us a shout, because we sure could use you. Again, we're just waiting on Paige Folk with our Carrabba's player of the game. Sorry it's taking so long, folks. Sometimes they get in the locker room and get to chatting. Speaking of Jared Heller, I just got a note. 10-1 is the best start since 2000-2001 for the Leopards. That team went on to being 20-0 before finishing 21-1. Quite a year that year for the Leopards. As Leopards have a pretty rich tradition here in basketball. Again, sorry for the delay, folks. We're just still waiting on our Carrabba's player of the game. Shouldn't be much longer. Looks like we've got some movement over there. In case you're wondering, we're waiting on our Carrabba's player of the game. We sometimes get delayed as the teams make it back to the locker room. And we'll get him here in just a few minutes. While we wait for Paige, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
You're watching Louisville Leopard Athletics.
Hello. Did you know that when you invest in your smile, you're investing back into your Stark County community? Welcome to Thomas Dental. My name's Tanya. I'm Dr. Mike's practice manager. Every day, we're investing back into our community. Here are just a few of our community efforts. Here at Thomas Dental, our mission is bringing smiles back to our community, one smile at a time.
You're watching Louisville Leopard Athletics.
Cheerleading techniques with Tori. Located at 133 East Main Street, Louisville, Ohio. Call today, 330-573-4580.
You're watching Louisville Leopard Athletics.
Beatty Sports has all of your athletic needs, specializing in corporate, school, and team apparel. In-house custom embroidery and silk screening makes the Beatty Sports tradition of quality and service unbeatable. Go Leopards!
watching Louisville Leopard Athletics.
And we're back here at Louisville, home of the Leopards. Just waiting on our Carrabba's player of the game. And we're going to send it down to the floor to Paige Folk. She's with our Carrabba's player of the game. Take it away, Paige.
Hello, everyone. I'm Paige Folk with the Stragent Media Network here with our Carrabba's player of the game, Hayden Niger, along with Coach Siegfried. So, Coach, after a great win tonight, what all do you anticipate for your team to take away from it into practice as you prepare for your game against Woodridge?
Yeah, I mean, we're just becoming a big target for teams, obviously with the success that we've had this year. And they threw some different things with us today with the zone. So we're going to get everybody's best shot, and we just got to make sure we're prepared for the next team and never take anybody lightly and, just kind of grind through January and get better for the tournament.
So I got to ask, what all did the locker room talk look like at halftime? And, what do you think worked, what do you think didn't, and how that talk influenced the second half of this game?
We just made some adjustments with the zone. We wanted to get out and run a little bit, put a little more pressure, get the game going up and down. I thought the pace was more what they wanted in the first half. Second half, it was more what we wanted, and then we were able to pull away a little bit. But you got to win on nights that you don't have your best stuff, and I thought we did that.
Well, thank you, Coach. I'm going to hand this over to Hayden. So, being a tighter scoring game than previous matches that you guys have had, you got to tell us what was running through your mind on the court this evening as you made your way towards the win?
I know it wasn't our best basketball this night, but we just knew at halftime that we had to come as a team and just play as a team the second half, and we came and did it.
So, finishing on a great note personally, what all are you looking to improve on, and then what all are you looking for your team to improve on for this next game and for the rest of the season?
After tonight, I'm looking to improve my free throws. I don't know what happened tonight, but just improve as a team, coming out every night, playing as a team. We kind of came out tonight sluggish, and just coming out every night, no matter what the opponent is, just ready to go.
Thank you both. Once again, I am Paige Folk with the Stragent Media Network here with our Carrabba's player of the game, Hayden Nigro. Good luck with the rest of this season.
Thank you.
Thanks, Paige. As that was Hayden Nigro, our Carrabba's player of the game. He had quite a night tonight as he ended up with 21 points. He was, I believe they said he had 5 3-pointers. 3 in the first quarter and 2 in the fourth. So he was able to kind of get things started, hit some big shots going down the stretch, and took care of business as the Leopards are victorious tonight, 56-44. I want to thank Paige Folk for coming on with me. I want to thank Big Jack Horn for running the production. I want to thank Jared Heller for everything he provides for the production. And I want to thank all of you, as without all of you, we couldn't do this.